I've been thinking, have you ever reached for a cookie and inadvertently eat the entire box? Or worse, lie to your family or friends about how much sugar you eat? Today, we will explore how to better manage sugar temptations with the secondhand advice from the book, Breaking Up with Sugar by Carmel. The author's message might assist you with finally kicking your sugar habit. Molly has been there too. She has battled food addiction and compulsive eating her whole life, eventually weighing in at 325 pounds when she permanently gave up sugar. Today, I will provide you with a new set of skills for abstaining in a world full of sugar temptations. You'll have a new relationship with food, and you'll be able to take pleasure in life without questioning when sugar is likely to be in charge once more. We will discuss why sugar-addicted rats don't have a will to live, why grain flour is just as harmful as sugar, and exactly how long it will take to reestablish your connection with food and eating. You could be a sugar addict and not even know it. Your feelings might influence your relationship with sugar. Furthermore, this reliance might be a lifetime in the making. Our connection with sugar has been toxic since we were young. We commemorate life's big moments with sugar. Birthdays, weddings, and holidays. Even little things such as ice cream on a hot summer day are tied to sugar. It's not going to be an easy partnership to leave. However, sugar isn't just making you miserable, it's actually killing you. Sugar influences your mind in the same manner as alcohol, cocaine, and opiates. On sugar, your brain is flooded with dopamine, the feel-good chemical that leaves you desiring more. When rats undergo sugar withdrawal, they have symptoms like teeth chattering, convulsions, and depression. Even more distressing, when dropped into a body of water, rats experiencing sugar withdrawal are less likely to try and climb out. They've literally lost their will to live. Additionally, it's not just sugar that has these effects. It's also grain flour, which your body treats in the same way as it does sugar. The news about flour is probably difficult to hear, yet if you're an addict, facing hard truths is the initial step to recovery. Analyzing your relationship with sugar might produce some unusual discoveries. You have likely tried to control your helplessness around sugar. You may have attempted several times, only to keep failing. However, that isn't your fault. It's the diets you've tried, which were designed for people who don't have dependency issues with food. It's like taking Tylenol for a case of bronchitis. The goal is to explore your relationship with sugar, so you'll first need to determine if you're an addict. Ask yourself if you regularly lose control of how much you're eating or eat more than you intended to. It might also mean once again swearing off the basket of bread at a restaurant before your meal, but surrendering and giving in to temptation anyhow. Then you could feel frustrating guilt for having allowed that to happen yet again. Psychological reactions to eating are another characteristic of food addiction. If you felt regret, embarrassment, or guilt about your eating, and you have missed life events such as weddings, as an example, you might want to assess your connection with food. Likewise, if you feel emotional pain when you limit your favorite foods, that signifies a more significant concern. If you're prepared to break your dependence on sugar once and for all, you'll need to alter your habits first. To get ready to do that, you need to adhere to some guidelines by taking 7 vows, which you'll stick to for the following 66 days. Research reveals that it takes 66 days for something to become a habit. Your first vow is to keep an open mind. You need to unlearn a lot of aspects of food and also yourself. Lighten up on yourself. Put downs like, I'm a failure, or I'll never lose weight, aren't supportive. Your second vow may be evident by now to be completely sugar-free. That means sugar and all its other names and forms, sugar replacements, and sweet drinks. Sugar is everywhere, from ketchup to juice to salad dressing and even dried fruit. Your third vow is also to be free of grain flour. You've discovered that your body responds to grain flour the same way as it does to sugar, so all grain flour must be left out of your meal plans. Your fourth vow is to be aware of the volume of food you eat. To make things simple, at least for the first 66 days, weigh and measure your food. It might be inconvenient at first, but it will simplify your choices in a manner that works for you. Your fifth vow is to eat every 3 to 4.5 hours. Letting yourself get too hungry makes it hard to make good choices about your new relationship with food. Your sixth vow is to be a meal planner. Meal planning is related to a healthier diet and a decrease in body weight. Determine precisely when you'll go grocery shopping, what you'll purchase there, and what foods you'll prepare for the week. Your seventh and last vow is to weigh yourself in a caring and reasonable way. You have to determine what is a healthy and balanced relationship between you and the scale. For some, everyday weigh-ins work wonders for accountability. For others, staying away from the scale entirely has proven to be successful. This 66-day reset will set a structure for a brand new healthy partnership with food. Now that you've taken your vows and dedicated yourself to your new relationship with food and eating, the next 66 days will be a full reset. There's no belief that you'll behave this way for the rest of your life, but if you can do it for 66 days, your relationship with food will forever be transformed. Your meal plans for this period consist of 5 food groups: protein, carbohydrates, fat, fruit, and veggies. Of course, flour and sugar aren't a part of your plan, but let's be reasonable. You can't expect yourself not to eat a single bite of either forever. The general guideline is that if sugar or flour comes 5th or later on a food's ingredient list, you can have it. Now, let's enter into the fundamentals of your 66-day reset plan. Each day, you'll have 3 meals and a snack. The particular foods are up to you. Just be sure to eat every 4.5 hours. When it concerns portion size, you must use measuring cups and scales so that you can re-educate your eyes and stomach to a standard portion size. This may sound tedious, but bear in mind, you thoroughly measure just for now, not permanently. Next, lay the foundation. Plan out a minimum of 3 days of meals, making a list of the ingredients you'll need and where you'll buy them. Discard any unhealthy foods or ingredients you already have that you know you'll lie awake thinking about at night. The majority of diets are about food, but breaking up with sugar is about severing an unhealthy relationship. That means confronting some considerable emotions, such as remorse, discomfort, and fear, which are part of the grief you'll naturally undergo. Remember that ending your dependence on sugar makes room for a better you. You'll likely experience the 5 stages of grief as well: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. Let yourself genuinely feel these. Accept the loss of the relationship and take time to contemplate the improvement you're experiencing. Also, prepare yourself for the physical side effects that come with quitting any type of habit-forming substance, whether it's sugar, alcohol, or cigarettes. Side effects can consist of anxiety, insomnia, jitters, depression, and headaches. Have confidence that these will pass. Returning to sugar will just extend your detox period and make it more difficult in the long run. After your 66-day reset, you'll need to reinforce your new behaviors. Sugar and flour may have caused you to think that you're weak or lack willpower, but these things aren't true. Ask yourself how you wish to feel in your new life, what's important to you, and how you want to view your new relationship with food. However, to truly make a lifelong change, the desire needs to come from within you, not outside rules. As soon as you can make this change, you can practice humble eating. That implies understanding your strengths and limitations and acting appropriately. Practicing humble eating means you'll allow some flexibility in your new relationship with food. Flexibility may mean dining in restaurants regularly or changing your meal plan to eat 3 or 5 times a day rather than 4. If you don't like the change, go back to the original plan. Some people can reset their relationships with food after 66 days, while others may take months or even years. We all recover at our own pace. This breakup with sugar can be the first day of a whole new life. It can help you remember that you are really a person without the pain and trauma of mindless binge eating or endless dieting. It depends on you to take the first step and trust that you're brave enough to follow through. Let's review. You may have attempted 2 or 3 diet plans in the past, or 200 or 300, but those diets had to do with food. The author's technique has to do with your unhealthy relationship with food, particularly with sugar. We have learned how to stop the agonizing cycle of overeating and yo-yo dieting with the 7 vows. And by following the meal plan and changing your behavior for 66 days, you can reset your relationship with food and eating forever. Do you think you have an addiction to sugar? What would be the hardest part about abstaining from sugar and flour? Comment below with your best advice. Please be sure to like and subscribe as well. And thank you for watching.